Hi there! So another addition to my personal ring binder collection that's made its way into my house in the past month or so is the kikki.K yellow. It's the personal planner, but it's the medium size. And this is my first time getting a medium size from kikki.K. I've gotten the large ones before, and I have had a couple of the small ones. This is actually the only kikki.K that I own currently. But this is my first time getting a medium one, and I'm really liking it. I wanted to show you how I have it set up tentatively for now, because I haven't actually started the program yet, for my Masters of Library Science program. It's another graduate program I'm going to be starting here next fall, and so I wanted to go ahead and get things set up so that as I apply to places and just get information together, I can have it all in one place and know where to look for it. So first of all, I have to show off my charm that I made. My favorite charm store on Etsy is no longer reliable, so when I wanted one, I knew I had to make it myself, so let me zoom in here. It's also my first attempt at metal stamping, and I'm kind of proud of it. So it's a bunch of just little doodads. I used some of the alphabet things to spell out read that I've had since probably second grade, and I kept them all these years. A couple of little book charms that I got at Hobby Lobby from the fairy tale charm collection that they have. This is books on a shelf that I made into a pendant. I got kind of warped a little bit by the adhesive I used, but oh well. A and Z, and then this is my hand stamped one. Talk Dewey to me. It makes me laugh a lot. But I got the plate and the lowercase set at Hobby Lobby, and then I got the book stamp off of Etsy. And so, yeah, I'm excited. Not that I need another hobby, but it's been a lot of fun, and there are a lot of things I'll see on Etsy and think, well, I wish I could make that. I really want it, but I don't want to spend the amount of money on it. So now for just a small investment, thanks to coupons, I can do it all myself. So anyway, that's my charm, and let's go ahead and get on inside. So this is the textured leather from kikki.K. So it has, I think it's supposed to be like Saffiano leather, sort of. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let's see if we can get some of the grain to show up. Hopefully that's showing up there. But it has a really nice feel to it. Alright, so I don't have anything really embellished in the pockets yet. It comes with this little to-do pad. They're not stickies, sadly, but they're just a little notepad. It's got some card pockets, this big pocket back here, and a secretarial pocket, all of which are empty. I love the really cute, I think it's black, but it's kind of a light black, so it's a gray and white chevron in the background, the fabric. I just really like the way all this went together. I'm not generally a yellow person, but something about this just called to me. I think it was the combination of the yellow and the gray. So my dashboard is from Flow magazine. I finally picked one up at Barnes & Noble. If you're not familiar, it's a magazine for paper lovers. I think it is in the Netherlands. I'm not sure where it's originally produced, but they've just started carrying it in the past few months at Barnes & Noble. It used to be really hard to get it in the United States. And this was just one of the pages inside of it. So I cut it up, and I thought it went really well in here. And then this is from Tim Holtz, one of the velour sheets that he has. I got it a 10-pack for 99 cents at Tuesday Morning, so I cut that up to make a protective cover to it. And then on the back, I just stuck on some Target Dollar Spot Post-it notes, since these aren't actual Post-it notes, just if I need them for anything. So my dividers I made, and I found, just looking around, I found that October Afternoon had a public library collection. It's not currently produced, so I could only find it on Etsy. One person sells a lot of the different stuff, and so it's got really cute. I got the 8x8 paper pad because that was all I needed for dividers. I didn't need the 12x12, and the 8x8 worked perfectly. So it's got just really cute book themed and also kind of vintage themed papers. So that's what all of my dividers are from. And I also added some stickers on a few of them. My first section is going to be just for my calendar. And so I'm using the Kate Spade inserts that I'm not using anywhere else. And so it doesn't bother me in this case that it's a monthly integrated with the weekly. I took out everything and started at August, since that's when the program will start. And it doesn't bother me that it's all integrated, because this way I can do due dates here, and then on each individual day, any readings or assignments or anything that has to be done for that day. So it'll actually work pretty well for me in this case to have not only a separate planner from my normal planner, a separate calendar, but also to have the weeks and the days together, since in school you reference the two more in that way. It works better for me, at least. So that's the first section. It's all blank because I haven't started it yet. But again, the Kate Spade has really nice thick paper. Even a Papermate Flare won't even shadow through on it. So very nice thick paper. My next tab is for my to-dos. This is just the kikki.K to-do paper. And so I'm using this for any projects or anything. I can just basically use it as note paper, but have it as a designated space in here, so I can just cross it off as I go along, any assignments or readings, or if I need to break down a larger project into smaller to-dos, I can do that in this section. So next, currently I have, or this is my degree overview, I guess, section. So I have, for the program that I'm doing, these are the core courses that are required. I'm required to take one technology course from choosing from these, and then I have electives for 20 hours. And so I've just wrote on a Post-it some of the electives that I'm interested in. And it's going to depend on scheduling. It is an online program, since I am still staying home with my two boys, and we'll be working at a church as well. And so I'm doing it online, so I don't have to commute, because the program is like an hour and a half away from me. And I've done the commute for an hour before to go to grad school with kids, and it's just not fun. So it'll depend which classes I can take on what works with the schedule, which is kind of not fun, because I like being able to plan my schedule around my classes instead of the other way around, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to have a running grade and also course tracker, so I can see these are the courses I know I have to take. I'll write down which term I took them and then my final grade, so I can have that at a glance. And here, once I get a better idea as to when courses are offered, I can plan out a paradigm for myself and just different hypotheses for what I want to do. This was an information session that I did a few weeks ago. So that's all. The first section is going to be just general things that I might need. This is one of the stickers, because I also got one of the sticker sheets from the public library collection. So that was one of the stickers that I added onto there just to embellish it a little bit more. So my next 3 tabs are going to be for classes. And so depending on how, I've never done an online program before, I'm not quite sure what it's going to look like. So I'll adjust how I use these sections as I see what my needs are. But that's what these next ones are, because I'll be taking 3 classes a semester as a full load. I love this one so much. It's all the different cards in there. Yeah, just another sticker on there. And then my last one, this is actually a sticker from Studio Calico, because there weren't any other papers that I really wanted to use that I thought went well with it, that were in the theme, and so I just did a kind of plain one and then made it literary themed with that sticker. And this I'm actually using right now for Chinese. One of my goals, one of my 30 before 30 things is to learn another language. I already know Latin, Greek, and Hebrew, and all ancient varieties, and so I wanted to do something more modern, and so I thought I would, since I seem to have a thing for languages that don't use our alphabet, I thought, why not Chinese? And so this is, I'm using an app called Chinese Speak, I believe is what it's called. It's an Apple, at least I know it's available on Apple. I think it's available on Android as well. And so these are just some of the vocab words that I already have down. I just started doing it a couple of weeks ago, so that's why there's not much to it. But I just wanted to have a place all together, since I'm using an app and not a book, to have, so I can look at it, write things out and have them in print for me. And then I should have a clear flyleaf as a page lifter in the back, Target dollar spot pen, and then the notepad that it comes with. So I'm thinking this will work really well for me. I'm hoping it will, at least. I definitely know that I need to have a separate notebook. I really hate how, even with the page lifter, things still wrap around the rings. I love the kikki.K personal size. The medium size has huge rings, but things do get caught on them. But I'm really thinking this is going to be a very good, useful tool for me. I'm excited to start using it, and I will, once I get the term underway and really see how I'm using it, I'll do an update. But since I just got this and I talked about getting it some, I wanted to go ahead and show you how I have it set up currently. And then I'll show you a use one here in quite a few months at this point, but something to look forward to. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope that someone found it helpful out there. Maybe you're going back to school or thinking about setting up a planner for your own studies. I would love to hear all about it, including what you're going back for or going for, because a lot of people are just in college that are into the planner groups. Thanks so much for watching. I'm rambling a bit, and I'm sorry for that. I hope that everyone has a happy holidays. If you're watching this right when I post it, I'll probably be taking a couple of weeks off just as we spend time with family and do a little bit of traveling. But I will be back in the new year. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.